Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Padarthaya Shivaya Paramatmane Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Smadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sakhna Bhavatu Sakhana Punattu Sakhaviryan Karavavakai Tejasvina Vadidamastuma Vitvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Good morning, Namaskaram. So, after the Kathopanishad, we had a break. Thanks to Balaji, who's been a real inspiring force to make me come to you again. So this time we will take up one of the Bhagwan Shankara's prakarana-grantha called Vakya Vritti. Bhagwan has written, revealed the Veda-Sastra Jnanam into three sections. The Prasthanatraya Bhashyams. Bhashyam, the word Bhashyam means explanation given to Sastras. When you explain something else, it's called a Vyakyanam. But when you explain the Veda Sastras, Veda Mantras, it becomes a Bhashyam. Prasthanatraya, the Upanishad, Brahma Sudram, and Bhagavad Gita. These are the Bhashyams which Bhagavan has given, which stand forever tall to give the true import of Vedas. So we learned them through the Acharyas because it is, although Shankaras give a very direct and beautiful explanation, because of our inadequacy, we need to go through the Acharyas to learn step by step. As a preparation to the Bhashya Jnanam, and to prepare for the Vedanta Shravanam, he presented a lot of independent text. Bhashyams are meaning to the Veda Mantras or other granthas. Whereas prakarana-granthams are granthas which are written on their own to convey a particular topic. Tattvabodha, for example. So this Vakya Vritti is a prakarana-grantha, therefore it is a subsidiary text to help us understand the true nature of causes. Then, of course, the third part Bhagavan has done is lots of sutras, shlokas. So such a compassion, it's uncomparable because on one end, he doesn't even talk about anything other than yourself, your Atma. The other end, he thinks about Aigiri, Nandini, Nandita, Medini, all kind of pravagam in worshipping Sabana Brahma. So he caters to all the, Manda Buddhi to Uttama Buddhis, for all the people, a means to achieve it. So we will take up this. This is 53 mantras with a single purpose. This is again a Guru-Sishya conversation, which is Shankara's impeccable style of conveying, because a conversation is much better. It's a samvadam, like Bhagavad Gita. A samvadam makes it much easier to understand the grasp rather than an extract paper. So you'll see how the Sishyas are. The important thing is the Shishya Bhabam should be your Bhabam. You should be the Sishya. I should be the Sishya. So we have to go there with a question to ask. The what question you ask depends on where you are, in what context in your Jiva Yatra. So we will see this in the we will see what is Vakya, what is a Vritti. We touch upon certain Vyakaranams, not Vyakarana class, but just to understand the level of it. Then we will look at the Vachyartham and what's Lakshyartham, the whole purpose of the thing. We'll spend good time in the next maybe 10, 15 classes. So that's the purpose of this series. So this is not it's not I'm teaching. I am coming to learn. So I share what I know. You teach me by being here with your Shraddha and the Meena. So that's how the process goes, because there are lots of Mahatmas talks about last of Shastras. You go to YouTube, you get so many things, and you can learn many things. Here we come together to contemplate and learn. Okay, okay, that's fine. So today I will not dwell into the mantra itself. Two reasons: one, I haven't prepared, but more importantly, I must prepare you for this. So, as an avatarika, as an introduction, we spent the last 7, 8 years of studying so many texts, and having recently finished Kathopanishad, we can start at certain level of wondering about our life. So join me in this. Now we are going to do, just look back on our life as a Jiva Yatra and see what made us to come to this kind of a satsang, to look for something impeccable, something which is not attainable so far, or at least we want to attain it. So a reflection is needed. So we go from the beginning. So what is the purpose of our life? So let's not go into the Vedantic answer, but let's take a simple answer. My life used to be earn money, get a house, get the children into a nice family house for them, write books, read books, travel. So when I have so many objectives, the moment you have more than one objective, that means you haven't got the supreme goal of your life. When you have multiple objectives, it means each one is addressing a part of your need. What is the supreme goal? Supreme goal should address everything that you ever need. So the moment I have many goals, when somebody asks you what's the objective of life, if I say 10 objectives, that means you are in the pursuit of understanding what is your main goal in life. This is common sense, right? You can check yourself, what I was looking for 10 years back looks silly to me because I am looking for something else. So it is necessary step to have many, many goals and you reach them one by one. But you will never say, that is my goal. Then what is that goal? To find what is the goal is the first goal. What is the goal? What I'm wandering around, I work for 50, 60 years, I retired now. I get up, have coffee, do WhatsApp chat, go for a game of golf on the ground, comes back, look at the tiffin, maybe attend some classes, sleep, get up, next day. Life just goes on. Bhagvan Shankara had 16 years of life. In the second part of his life, he'd done so many things. So it is not how many years we live that matter, how we live, but that requires the goal of life. So we don't know, because then Veda helps you. Okay, the goal of life is, now you give the answer from Tattva Bodha that you know. It's called a Purushartha. We use the word Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Chaturvida Purushartha. And we always look at it and say, I can understand Kama, Sukham. Yeah, I want Sukham. Artha, I need the means to attain the Sukham. Dharma, I need to have a righteous way of attaining it. I must need the Punya. Then if I am a Nastika, or someone who doesn't believe in Vedas, but a very good person, I would say, why worry about all these things? Everything in life, you attain it by working hard. Work diligently, work morally, help others, enjoy life. Finish. So I don't need anything else. So I don't need the moksha, I don't need it. But then again, those persons, the good people they are, they take many janmas and they become at some point confused. What is this cycle all about? So then when you start realizing it, maybe this dharma, artha, kama, moksha, these four items have to be reanalyzed again. Dharma, then the first step you do is that I need to have only one goal. So let me split these four words into two parts. I have kama, moksha. Kama means the worldly pleasures and sukha. Moksha may be some other great sukha. I don't know what it is. So this is sukha. The sukha category, kama and moksha. To attain it, these two, dharma and artha, are just a means. By going through this Astika Dharma Marga, then I understand my life is a continuum beyond this embodiment. I can work for this life. My work alone can give me the results. I don't need God to come to me. I don't need to read any scriptures. I just be a good person, do my work. But this is very limited because my life is going to continue beyond the embodiment. Even again, why should I say embodiment? Even in different experience. I had a good 3-course meal. I go to bed. In the dream, I'm suffering from hunger. Even the food I ate in my waking state did not help me. Does not help me. So everything is very time limited, finite, but I am the one transiting across these finite domains. So if I am looking for sukham, which I agree that that's what I really need for, because nobody gets up in the morning and call the doctor or GP and say, look, something wrong with me. I'm feeling so happy. Am I infected by something else? Do you say that? No, because that is your nature, right? So you were therefore saying, how do I move away from this domain, time-limited existence to beyond? In other words, how do I make sure that I am getting this sukham, not only this life and other life? In other life, how can I say I will work hard and make money because I don't know what I am going to be in other life? So then I need to have some guidance, what I can do now so that in the other embodiment, which I'm definitely going to have, I have a good start. Is there a ticket I can buy, a credit card, a prepaid card I can buy? And because this is a physical nature, abhodikam, it is manusham, it is subtle, we need Vedic knowledge. So Vedas tells you, don't worry, child, you are looking for sukham. So in this Janma, you can do carpentry, plumbing, programming, you can make money. And also if you pray to God, if you do good things, you'll be doing happiness here. By the way, if you do good karmas, you carry punyas. The punyas give you ticket for the next Janma. Huh? What is this karma? Then you are dragged into the Vedas. Vedas tell you, come to my door. The front door opens, Karma Kanta, where the Purupagam comes in. It tells you so many rituals. Do the upasana, this karma, Chandi Homa, Rudra Homa, Sandhya Vandanam, Navaratri Puja, all this puja you do. Do Dharma Karya, do Bhagavatam, do Radha Kalyan. You do all this kind of thing. Mentally you are happy, you are accumulating punyas. So what I'm going to be? Well, I'm going to be Bill Gates next time, next year, with lots of money. Or I may be Indra, Gandharva, Narada. I may have Devamritam to drink. Devamritam is the elixir in the Devaloka, by drinking which, as long as this is lasting in you, you have no fear, no disease, no death. But how much you can drink, the spoon that you will be given is proportional to your punya. So we may all go to the same heaven, but you may have a big spoon than mine because your punya is great. But both of us will come down because it will decay. Oh, then what happens? Continue again. So I am now confused. I was not even going to Vedas. I'm already worried about the next Janma, happily doing what I can do. And one day, fatafat I go, I don't care. I would have lived like this. Vedas showed me continuous life beyond this embodiment, took me to the Karma Kanta, brought me new things. Now I am more confused. The confusion comes in, then you think. This confusion is not confusion because you have no money, you are diseased. No. It is a confusion because you are now looking for clarity of your goal. Right? Then you say, okay, why my every desire, even they get fulfilled? I get sukham. The sukham is not eternal. Anitya sukham. And I think, why really ask for it? This one, my love lady or my loving house or whatever thing that I dearly yearned for is gone. Then the analysis tell me, of course, Vedanta Vicharam helps you to think that way. My desires are driven by looking at something which is captivating to me, that is beautiful. Ramyam triggers my desires. Anything beautiful, I want to have it. Or anything that can give me happiness, I want to have it. Sukham. So the Ramyam makes me to desire. The Ramyam, I think, will give me Sukham, makes me desire. The positive enforcement. Sometimes fear, bhayam, insecurity make me to desire something. Let me have an insurance. Let me buy a better house. Let me put in the safe deposit box. These desires not because safe deposit box is beautiful or it's going to give you sukham, because it's bhayam. So you are able to now analyze. The analysis is important. The Vedanta requires some maturity. Otherwise, it shocks you. You don't like it. That's why you go through this process. So I now know all my desires are something beautiful, something that gives me happiness, something that gives me free from fear. Then I look around, nothing is ever eternally beautiful. The actress I used to admire is old lady. The thing, the laddus I keep eating is giving me diabetic, it's harsh. I don't look at it. And I look at people around me, they are aged. I'll be getting aged. I'll die one day. I'm afraid. So nothing in this world I look around deserves these three parameters: beauty, happiness, and freedom from fear. Everything is anitya vastu. If it is anitya vastu, it can only give me anitya sukham. It means all along in my life, I've been yearning for anitya vastu. Don't I have to? Of course, you have to. You need to buy bread to eat. You need to have a house to stay. But that is not in my goal. It may be in a small objective to discharge my duty. I'm not saying we are not in the process of renunciation, in the process of recognizing the goal. My goal is not these things. Getting in the morning, going to my office is not a goal of my life. It's a goal of my duty to discharge as a father, husband. It is just karma I have to get rid of it. Every karma has to be finished. The goal has to pursue. Right? Then, of these three, beauty is beholder's eye. Sukham is again an intrinsic one. The bhayam is the one which is most dangerous. Bhayam is what drives us crazy. Drives us do things, of course. Then I analyze it. I look at the little girl, Sahitya runs around, running as if she's going to fall without fear. She goes and smiles at anybody, strangers, no strangers, anything. No animal is bad. No insect will harm. It's stupidity, isn't it, for us? But fearlessness may come out of naivety in the local world, but mainly because the child does not see anything different from that person. She has no difference. Everything is seen as it is seen. In the Bhagavad Upanishad says, Dvidiyatmai bhayam bhavati. The bhayam comes in when there is dvaitam. When there is a difference, the bhayam comes in. Difference does not exist, cause exists. This plane of Vyavakara, difference exists. But when you see difference as real, as Satyam, then it is other than you. At any time, if there is something other than you, there is a sense of insecurity. There is fear. So what do? I just cannot say there is no difference. Everything is different black and white, different people. Good things some people do, bad things some people do. How can I not have differences? No, you see differences. You see differences. You are not part of the difference. You are the seer of the difference. Because what is different now at this time will not exist as a different in some other time, in some other place. At every instant, There is a pravagam of differences in your consciousness that you see. So therefore you are the seer. So you are not here to negate the differences, but you have to transcend the differences. This is where a lot of people get misunderstanding to say Advaita means, no differences at all. How can it be? It's complete nonsense, right? It's not that. It is the handling of the apparent differences of things which you transcend. It's not an esoteric idea. Even science says that, right? At one stage, it is a periodic table, right? A different metal, different minerals, a different atomic name for it. But atomic name collapses once you go in subatomic level. There is exactly same proton, neutron, electron. Nothing. There's no atoms, atom or silvers, but no, same atom. The way they bond together create a pattern. The pattern gets a name. Yeah. The manga mala, the golden necklace, each of the shape of the mango tied together becomes the manga mala. So it is the formation of differences into an ordered way, which nature is very good at. It looks like chaotic, even a cyclone, thunder. Look at the I don't know, Edwin or whatever, the thunderstorm in India and Sri Lanka, devastating. Very sorry to look at that one. But if you watch that news, when they show the eye of the cyclone, it's mesmerizing. It causes devastation everywhere. But you know what's the safest place? The eye of the epicenter of it. If you go in the center of it, you'll be absolutely blissful because no pressure there. It's vacuum. So it is not moving, eternal, blissful middle state, creating havoc everywhere. The Mahashakti, the Devi is creating all this complete mess around it, or the Srishti around it. The Parabrahman is in the center, like that. I digressed. So you come to recognition. So as a child, I didn't have this. Then when I grew up, they taught me that I am your father, I am your mother. You are that person. You are Asian. You are white. You are black. You're going to study this. You're going to be an engineer. You're going to be rich. You're going to be poor. Because this is the world that you're going to live in. So I, as a child, now I see in front of me a world, a jagat. The Dvaitam in pervasiveness. So it is not just I, but I and the jagat. Aham and the jagat. Jiva and the jagat. Now I'm trying to learn this. Because my material sciences, my parental teaching tells me how to handle the world. Go carefully, cross the road properly. If somebody is smiling at you, don't smile or smile, whatever condition. So I am learning to live with this world because I got one solid variable, myself and the world. It gives me bhayam, but I handle it. I try to handle it. Then I grew as a material person. Then Vedanta, Shastram comes in and say, well, you have to have punya, you do good things, do karmas, because there is a God. Wait a minute. I've been comfortable, then I just had to deal with one thing, the world. Now you come and tell me there is a God, and there are rituals to do, power punya to be done, you are being judged. So yet another variable the Vedas introduce. Right? not think as a child. That's how you grown up. So now I know there's a God. Nobody told me how the God looked like. Because one day they showed me the Ganesha, one day showed Murugas, one day Amba. Then they tell me God comes in all forms. So all these things coming to me, now my variables are getting enhanced, enriched, enumerated so many ways. And I need to deal with them. And I use my logical mind, my bhakti shraddha to justify, yes, 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 it is Vishnu. So therefore I should go. Or it is Shiva, I should go. Nothing wrong. What you're trying to do, you're trying to somehow minimize the variability, because that is the reason why religions, sects forms, schools form, because they cannot handle multiplicity. Why people say my religion is better than yours, everybody come to me? Because not because they don't like you, because the human mind inherently wanting to remove differences. When the mind is not pure, you have an arrogant way of saying mine is better than yours. But the whole notion is to dismantle the many schools of thought, because after all, everything deals with the same thing. Come to this. So that's what Veda does through this Swami. So many different upasanas you can do. And it is okay, if you do it, you will get this benefit, and you do, you get the benefit, and your faith get more cemented. If you do Putra Kamesh Tyagam, I get Putra. I can do this. Shastra Pramanam. Who can question it? And it happens. Right? So if it is happening, if I do something, I may achieve this Aishwaryam in life, and there's a Shastra Pramanam for it. Why wasting time on all this Atma Vichara? Just do this thing. Get all this karma. Do one after the other. It is Veda is telling, right? Yes, of course Veda is telling. Now, if you, okay, somebody is telling me like this. So if you want to go to Mount Kailash, go for it. But don't go there with your bad body and then you get pneumonia and die. No. If you're going to Kailash, you should know it is going to be -4 degrees. Get prepared. So Vedas tells you. So if you want to do this Pitra Kameshyam, or do this yajnam to get this Vajpaya Yagam or something, you do. Chaturbayanasham. What do you want to do? You do. But if you want to do this, if you can't handle it, the outcome of it, you suffer. Right? And if you do a tantric practice, and I want to get somebody to destroy, somebody to get destroyed. Can it, does the mantra allows you for it? Yes. Anything is possible. There is no good and bad in God's point of view. What is dharma and adharma from the scriptural point of view is what is allowed for that time being in this world. So if you do that, you accumulate papam. That's why you do Puranas, a lot of asuras come. So it's the Veda Aranyam. Then you may ask the question, okay, if this is not ultimately the right path, why at all we have? And there are religions like that. They just discard all these karmas, all these upasanas of many God form, because God is formless. Yes. God cannot be comprehended. Yes. Therefore, don't worship any form. It's the right statement. But you cannot do, because you are not wired to do it. You are not mentally prepared to do it. So you have to. So what is the Veda doing? Why is it therefore inducing all these things? Why in Sanatana Dharma we go through all this karma marka, karma upasana marka with full faith? I'm not saying they should not be done. They should be done. We have to do it. We have to evolve. Why? Because Abhaye Bhayadarshini. This is Gaudapada says in Mandukya Karika, the epitome of Advaita Vedanta Saram. It's a beautiful phrase. Abhayam. Abhayam means what? Freedom from fear. To get freedom from fear, who get that? Bhayadarshini. You have to witness the fear. If you cannot witness the fear, you cannot be free from fear. This is itself is a great Vakyam to remember. You cannot avoid trouble to be free from trouble. You must face the trouble to be free from trouble. You must face the bhayam to be free from bhayam. That's the reason why the Veda Purva Padma Vedas, all the Karmopasana gives you all the Sukham, Kama Sukham. Kama means whatever you want to enjoy with your upati, with your embodiments of body, mind. There are means given to you. You go through it. At the end of it, you will lose it. You will have fear. That's the reason why Devendra is afraid, because his position will be gone. Every God form trembles. Agni Bhagavan is trembling. Will I be in the position tomorrow? Achiketas is coming, he may take me position away. Because it is a role that you perform by your gradual elevation to mukti. Should we not try that? Of course you should try that. We have to do it. But that is not the goal. This is the point. The whole purpose of what you're doing is to find the goal. What is the goal you're trying for? It's not my goal to be a Gandharva, Indra. Yeah, it's an objective. But it's not an ultimate goal because it will not last forever. Right? Is there anything unreasonable what I'm saying? So the pursuit of our goal is forever. Therefore, dharmartha kama, put a stop there. You cannot really say, like in Tamil, we say arampura inbam. Let's say finish. No, it looks nice in the world, but for your individual to evolve, you must evolve towards moksham. So what is this moksham? Moksham is the nitya sukham. What do you mean nitya sukham? Everything else anitya sukham, because they don't last forever. And the logical reason for that is those sukham come from not lasting goods. Anitya sukham means the sukham coming from something anitya. This computer, I love it. I play games, I work on it. Tomorrow, Intel comes the new chip on the better computer. This is no longer true. But a nityam, so that means the vastu, the anitya vastu and the nitya vastu. There must be something which is eternal, and I need to have to come from this. So tell me, Veda Mata, what is that I need to say? What is that gives me moksham, the nitya sukham? It tells you, welcome to the Vedanta. That is Brahma. That's a word used, Brahma. Oh. My question is, how can I get it? Because I've been used to get things and afford to get. I have to hold on to it. Veda tells you, you can't get it. See, first of all, you must have conviction that moksham or the Brahman is Nitya Sukha. Only if you have the conviction, then you can search for it. To search for that, you must be driven by the life's failures, disasters, bhayam. This is what going to come in the main text. The Shishya are going to come because he is beaten out of shape in the life, not because of poverty or disease or anything. All the combination of Sukha Dukkhas, he's rejected that, look, this life is going nowhere. So the moksham is therefore sukham. Like, Bhagwan says, yujjan evam sadatmanam yogina vikata kalmashara. Vikata kalmashara means without any stain, yogi what does it do? Sukhena brahma samsparsham. Adyantam sukham ashtu. Brahma samsparsham. Samsparsham means a soft, gentle touch with the Brahma. It's in Gita, 6th chapter. Bhagavan defines that the ultimate sukham, the yogi who has got vikita kalmashara, he has no kalmasham in his mind, a pure mind, he attains sukham by being in touch with the Brahman. How? Adhyantam sukham ashnute. In Gita, every word is a treasure. So how can you be that? But Vikata Kalmashara, I must have the kalmasham, the unblemished mind I must have first. So you go back. So if you come with this question and you find the answer, you can't proceed further because there's a condition here. The toll gate says you must have the license to enter. License is pure mind. How do you get a pure mind? Go back on the queue, start doing the karma upasana, recite the Bhagavatam, do the Rudra Japam, do the Seva, everything. One day your mind will be cleared. You can come here. See? So everything is so well thought through in the Sanatana Dharma. So you will not, you may look like I can skip this, come back. So you come back to this. So I have to therefore have this pure mind. I know it's Brahma, I have conviction. Brahman is the eternal sukham I need. How do I get it? And you say, I can't get it. Because if you're getting it means it is not here, it's somewhere else. Or reaching it means it's not here, it's somewhere else. What is that is not here but somewhere else? Can be fulfilling. Can't fulfill you. Because the very reason it is not here means it is not everywhere. If it's not everywhere, it cannot be paripurna. How can it be fulfilling to you? Why even waste the time? Because the very definition says it is limited. No. It cannot be reached. Okay. Gati, no gati. Agati. Then you ask, okay, maybe it is very subtle, right? That's what you're saying, I cannot reach it. It's not an object to hold. That's what you're saying. Okay. Can I see what's the time? Okay. Can I know the Brahma? Next question. No, you cannot know it. Why not? Can it not be an object of knowledge? No, because if it is knowable, then it is something which is external to you. It is contained within your brain. Your brain envelops it. Your intellect is superior than that. You cannot. So I cannot know Brahman. I can't reach it. I can't hold it. Okay, then I think what you're meaning therefore is slowly like iron becomes a gold by the sparsham of the gold, can I become a Brahman? Is that what you mean? The mother says, no, I cannot become. So, cannot know, cannot reach, cannot hold, cannot become. What is it? It's because you are that Brahman. You are that knower. You are that all-pervasive Atman. How can you know you? You cannot know you because you are the knower. You can only see a projection of you in the mirror or anything. You cannot see yourself. The eyes cannot see itself. I can see the eye in the mirror, but I see my eyes, my reflection, not the eyes itself. So, the starting point in Vedanta, therefore, is what I am seeking is not outside of me, it's inside. This is the first step we take. So, it's inside me, it's the mind. Then our objective knowledge imagines, therefore, there's kind of a sheath, and then there's another sheath, and then another sheath, and inside, no? And Vedanta also gives you that kind of imagination. Annamaya Kosham, Pranamaya Kosham, Anomaya Kosham. So it's kind of a pillows after pillows cover. Somehow you have to remove the sheath. So all these illustrations are to give you the mental instruments to plan it out, to create a bhavana. When I say inside, and there's an outside. If there is a side to the Brahman, then it is not all pervasive one. Stop. Everywhere you go, you get battered by this logic. So there cannot be in and out. There cannot be good and bad. There cannot be dark or bright. There cannot be dharma or adharma. Remember the Nachiketa's question in the Dharma Dika. So it is now, you see, if you very closely listen to this, it's not confusing and frightening, but it is actually giving you relief, because now you are moving away from the bondages. When we say bondage of samsara, we always talk about the troubles of life. Even the bondage of dharma. Please take it in a very right way. I'm not saying you discard dharma. You cannot discard, but your realization knows that you are untouched by it. You become asangatvam. True sannyasam happens in you. Sannyasam is not you renunciate. I give up my job. I give up my color shirt. I wear a kavi shirt. All that you do prayattanam. You try to do something, nothing wrong. It's a lifestyle. True sannyasam is a grace, like what the Mrityunjaya Mantra says, like I want to leave this body like the cucumber drops from the tree, unworried, untouched, uncluttered. Things leave. You don't need to leave anything, I'm just eating. Brother, I can't take hunger. I eat. No problem. Eat. No worry. Doesn't matter. After someday, because of bhakti, this hunger will go from you. So you don't even take a vridam, because vridam is the tapas to conquer hunger, jihad. It is winning over oneself. I will have hunger, but I will not eat. I will persist saying Ramanama, Krishna Nama. That's the Vratam. Suppose you have no hunger at all. The whole day you didn't eat. Are you in a Vratam? There is no in a Vratam because there is no tapas there. Because the hunger is gone. Then you are free to do, not to waste your time on a karmopasana, but you are in the vididhyasana, the jnana nishta, because you are now tasting not the devamritam, but jnanamritam. Jnanamritam is not in the devaloka, this is in the jnanasthana. To take that jnanamritam, the teacher that teaches is Sri Vidya. Sri Vidya is the where you worship Amba. I'm just connecting so that you can see all the learning is not disjoint. Sri Vidya is the passage to taste the Jnanamritam, which is the Parameshwara, Parashiva, Parabrahma. Right. How I connect back to my purpose in life? Now I come to the conclusion, my ultimate goal is to realize the true nature of mind, which is Brahman, which is eternal Sukham. When I have eternal Sukham, I have no fear. If I have no fear, no matter what my embodiment is in this world, I will be as good as a tree. A tree is not having fear. In the rains, it takes it. Sun, it takes it. It fruits, it flowers. Sun has no fear. It comes up, light is there. So you will be there, no fear. Mukund, he is there, happiness around him. Whatever job he does, it happens. So you have become a sangatva. You become unattached. This is what Arjuna was impounded by Krishna. Hey, Kedar, my boy, you are not the one. You don't think I am doing this. You just be there. Be a sangatva. Witness within yourself. Fight this war. Papa Punya is, you transcend all this. See, without that Vedantic pursuit, view, perspective, all this cannot be done. It's very shocking. Vedantam requires maturity of mind, especially Advaita Vedantam. That's why it is left for those. It doesn't mean it is left for your last end of your life. No, I put a message this morning because you need to have more children coming to this, youngsters coming to the sessions, because what's the point of knowing all this when you are 70, 80 years old? You only regret I didn't learn. It only adds more agony. But if you learn when you are 20s, 30s, your life becomes so beautiful and you become a beacon of light to others. So now my goal, therefore, is refined. My goal is to get this realization. So what is it called? Is it a knowledge? Because like it's not knowable. Tells you, look, to remove this complication, I will give you this. You have two kinds of object in this world. One is called Sadhya Vastu. Another is called Siddha Vastu. What is Sadhya Vastu? That you attain through an effort by a sadhana. Everything in this world is Sadhya Vastu. Everything in the other world is Sadhya Vastu. Every position that you want requires Sadhya Vastu. But Siddha Vastu is that you don't need any sadhyam. Don't need any sadhana. What do you mean? Because Siddha Vastu means it's already acquired. You already have it. If I already have it, and to know that I have it, what do I have to do? Then I must shed my ignorance that I feel that I don't have it. Understand? So, for every vastu that you want in this life, sadhya vastu, you have to do karmas, karma upasanas. God cannot give it to you. God can help you give it to you, but you have to do prayatnam. You cannot pray to God and say, I passed the exam without studying. You will not pass the exam. God will be of no use to you. God can only do when you do the karma. He will give you help in executing your sadhanas, but it is sadhya vastu. Siddha vastu is Brahman, Brahmajnanam, Brahmajnana Anubhuti, Sakshatkaram, Atmadarshanam, whatever you want to call it. That to be the true yourself, what you have to do, you have to somehow destroy the ignorance that you have. That ignorance is the veil of Maya, which tells you, I am not that, but I am this. That means that is called aham bhava. That I am this person of 5'8", Indian, British, this person. All that is attached to personality is jiva bhavam, which you have to transact in this world, but it is of no use to transcend this world. Therefore, what you have to do is to shed that jiva bhavam. In other words, you shed that darkness that hides you. Question, therefore, what is that I need to shed it? And Veda says, well, now if you come to this far, what is your goal now? To be one with the Parabrahma, or to realize that you are the Parabrahma, that you are the Atma. Therefore, I am fearless, I am free. That is my goal. But this is Siddha Vastu. I don't need to do all the karma upasana. Please underline. You have to do it, karma upasana, to come to this. To get the Vikata Kalpashata, you must do all that. Having done all this, now when you are in the Vedanta class, don't think about karma. So here you have to now think of how to go forward on this. But you say, what I have to do is to shed my ignorance. Therefore, the ignorance is the darkness. So I need the light of knowledge which removes the darkness. Well, is it not an effort? You say. What is an effort to remove the darkness? Just bring a light. Or wherever there's a light, there's no darkness. Light does not take a stick and say, go away, darkness. No. Light is there, darkness is not there. So what you have to do, therefore, is that because I am eluded by darkness, in other words, I am darkness, so what I have to do, I have to be near the light of knowledge. The light of knowledge is the Guru. Light of knowledge is satsang. Light of knowledge may be the temple, maybe where there are good people around. Or maybe this sea, maybe this mountain, maybe this cave. That's why you wander. And someday you will think, no, the light is everywhere. The very place I am sitting is Ganges. It is this Kashi. The place I am working as a security guard in the bank, that the stool I'm sitting on it is the Gangastha. It can be, it is. So it is your the maturity of mind. So my goal is to do that. So this assertion given by the Vedas by 4 Vakyas. They are called Maha Vakyas. Maha means very glorified or prestigious, superior. Vakyas, sentences. There are a lot of Maha Vakyas, but we chose the 4, as Vedas chose the 4, or the Jnani chose the 4, because they bring out this Jiveshwara Aikyam, this oneness of the Advaita Anubhuti. Prajnanam Brahma is one Mahavakyam. It is in the Rigvedam, in the Atraya Upanishad. Prajnanam Brahma means consciousness is Brahma. So it is giving you a location, Lakshana. So when it says inside me, is it my mind? Is it my brain? Is it my heart? We think, right? But the feeling that sees the feeling, there's a consciousness that you have. Science still defines consciousness in so many ways, struggling it. It is, you know what is consciousness. I cannot tell you. You are conscious of that I am talking to you. You hear and you think, they're all thoughts in the mind, but you are underneath observing that you are hearing, thinking. Consciousness is that which says, I know it, I do not know it. It is not the knowledge, but the awareness of the knowledge. Understand? So it says, that is Brahma. Lakshana Vakya. Tattvamasi. You are that. In Chandogya Upanishad, in Samaveda, you are that. Tattvam Asi. Asi means in a second person singular. That you are. That means that Guru is telling the Sishya, you are that. So Upadesa Vakya. Then you contemplate and you say, okay, if the Guru told me this, I'm not special, because even this cow, even this bull, even the tree, even that elephant, even my worst enemy, they all should be the Brahman. So you realize, I am Atma Brahman. So this comes out in the Mandukya Upanishad, Nagapavya. How do you say this? Because of the Anubhava. There's Anubhava Vakya. Now now you see Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam. Now you come to the Isha Upanishad, first sentence. Yes, I can see the whole world is divine. Now when you see that, you will have infinite joy. There's nothing, this world is not, this is heaven, this is everything. There's nothing to worry, nothing to complain, everything to be enjoyable. And when you are in that kind of ecstasy, all the time, you say, Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahma. That comes in the Yajurveda. It's a prasthana. That means you proclaim. It's not out of ego. Bhagavan says, and Krishna says, I am this, I am that, I am. You can't get happiness unless you come to me. Because out of prasthana, ecstasy, because you know the truth. You will say the same thing. Every great jnani will say the same thing, because it's not out of arrogance, because there's no other choice. There's no difference at all. There's nobody else there. It's only he. He sees them everywhere. That is moksha. That is kaivalya. That is karmapada. That is vaikuntha. Let's finish everything. So now these 4 vakyas are there. The Shishya thinks now, all that looks enticing, I am still not clear how to really comprehend it, how to get more conviction on it. So can I not go through all these Vedic mantras? Can I just look at this Maha Vakyas you told me, Guru? How do I understand it? That is Vakya Vritti. Vakya Vritti we are going to see is Bhagwan Shankara's exposition on how to comprehend, how to analyze, how to inculcate the import of this Maha Vakyas, especially the Tattvamasi Maha Vakyas and the Aham Brahmasmi. So what we are going to do, we are going to, in the next class, we get the text proper and we go through each shloka. As usual, we do the Vachyartham and Lakshatham. And where necessary, I'll bring in the necessary supplementary ideas for you to comprehend. I think it's 53, so even we take 2 or 3 sessions. Maybe we can finish it in 15, 20 sessions. So I didn't even have any slide. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya.
Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya.
Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya.
Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya.
Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you, Raja.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.